In this video, I will show you how to use the Shopify App PDF Uploader, and we'll try to get every feature covered that this app is capable of as of right now. The first thing, if you have installed the app, is you want to upload your first PDF. In order to do that, we head over to Upload New PDF and click the Upload One PDF button. We will have a new feature coming out shortly where you will be able to upload multiple PDFs at once, but for now there's only one. I'm gonna select a fairly large PDF to upload. It's a 12 megabyte Nikon manual. And description is just something random for now, and we're gonna upload. This is going to take a little bit longer since it's 12 megabytes. If you have regular sized PDF documents that only consist of a couple pages, it's going to only take a couple of seconds, but this PDF has 107 pages, I think. So we're just going to let this finish real quick. And we'll see, have a notice that the PDF has been uploaded successfully. After that, we can head over to our PDFs, where we now find our PDF listed that we have just uploaded. So in order to make this PDF visible in your storefront, we have multiple options. And the easiest option is to use this PDF to display it in text inline. So let's say you just have a product and you would like to display it in your product description while you explain something about your app. You can just paste it in the text. Let me show you what I mean by that. So I want to display the PDF inline. I'll hit this button and it tells me that the code has been copied. Let's say I would like to display this PDF in my description of this product. Then I will just paste it. Let's say after woman, I paste my code in here, which is just the name of the PDF that I want to display, surrounded by 2 pound or number signs. I'll save this. And this is the storefront of my demo store right now. Let me refresh to see if our changes have been effective. And we see now that the name of the PDF is inserted into the text and it's become a clickable link. And as soon as I click it, it will open my PDF. So this is how you can display any PDF that you've uploaded in any text anywhere on your website. On your contact page, on your front page, on any product page, wherever you would like. Now let me show you the second option, which is copy to paste page-wide PDF. By that we mean you can copy this code to have the PDF open in your web page embedded and not as a pop-up or not as a module that lays on top of the website. Let me show you what I mean. And if you want to apply this, the best option is to go to your online store and go to Customize. And yes, let's say we want to have our PDF right at the very front, have it open for the customers to see as soon as they come on the website. What we do in order to accomplish that, we will add a new section, choose the rich text section, hit select, and then we change the header to just, you can name it whatever, or can even leave it blank. I'm just gonna call it test PDF, and we're gonna delete all the text in the text box and copy in our code that we have just copied from our backend from the PDF Uploader app. All it is again is the pound sign, then the name of our PDF that we would like to display, another pound sign, then the letter O, and then another pound sign. The letter O is basically for open. So now we just drag our rich text section that we've just created, well, right underneath the first image with our layover. Hit save, go back to our storefront and go to the home page and check it out. And we have our PDF displayed. Why is it not center? Easy fix. Go to our module and click wide display. Hit save and refresh, and our PDF is dead centered. And now your customers can see the content of your PDF right away. They can choose how they want it to be displayed. They can zoom. They can look for words. For example, battery, which there are 13 occurrences of battery in this PDF, and so on. Super convenient. Now let's move on to the other ways in which you can display PDFs in your storefront. The third option to attach PDFs or have PDFs show up in your storefront is to attach them to products. And this is basically for customers who have to need to display multiple PDFs at the same product or associate multiple PDFs to the same product, or not only the product, but it can even be narrowed down to a specific product variance. And let's say you need to attach 30, 40, 50 PDFs to a particular product. This is the option that you would use to do that, because now we will automatically attach the PDF to whatever product you would like. And if there's multiple PDFs for that one product, we will automatically generate a PDF and display it on that product page. So let's get started. In order to associate a PDF to a particular product, we can head over to our Actions button and click Attach to Product. Then we will have a pop-up with all your available products right now. I will right now select this classic varsity top because it has a couple of variants with it, a small, medium, and a large. I will attach it to the small one and the large one, just to see that you can do it individually. You can also apply it to multiple products. You can apply it to as many or as little products and variants as you want. We're gonna hit add, and we get a notification that it has been updated. So now let's head to our storefront and check out our classic varsity top. And we see when we refresh the page, let me open the developer tools and empty the cache. Oh, and there it is. So now by default, as soon as you associate a product to a PDF, the list will show up at the very bottom, just to make sure it is available. It is not on the medium variants because we didn't upload it or attach it to that, but it is on the large one. And again, we also, just to see it is there, attach it to the leather jacket, and we can see it is also here. This is obviously not a very convenient place to display it. So what do we need to do in order to move this list, or in this case, this one PDF, to the spot that we actually wanted? For this, we do have, if we go to our settings, 3 different choices, and I will explain those 3 choices one by one right now real quick. Let's say I want to display my PDF list right underneath my product description, which makes the most sense for me. I would open my developer tools like I already did. You can do that by hitting the View, Developer, and Developer Tools button. Now I'm going to close them again. I would recommend using the Google Chrome browser for this, not the Safari browser, or also the Firefox browser, which also has great developer tools. So now I want to click this button on top here, this little cursor button, and hover over my website, especially over the element where I want to place my PDF list. I said description, so I'm going to click on my description, and I see over here the code is being highlighted that I just clicked on, and when I hover over that code, I see the associated element in the web page also highlighted. This is a paragraph element that has my text, but if we go up the DOM tree a little bit, we see this sits inside of a div and it has a class. The class has a name. In this case, it is product single description. Do not worry about the RTE right now. This is the name that you want to copy in order to place your PDF list right underneath this element. Like I said, I just copied it, go back to my backend and paste it in here. I hit update, tells me that it has been updated, and to check my product page. Again, I'm gonna do a hard refresh, which is holding down the Control key on a Mac or the Alt on a PC while clicking the refresh button, and I'm gonna choose empty cache and hard reload. That way I get the most up-to-date and refreshed version of the website without any old code or cached content. And as we see right away, my list has been moved right underneath my product element. And I can open it, and it opens the modal, and my PDF opens up. The second option that you can choose to place this list on your page would be choosing an ID selector. Over here, the second option, we have change location of PDF list on product page based on HTML ID. If the particular element that you're using or that you want to use to place your list does not have a suitable class name, which is doubtable, you can use an ID. In order to get an ID, you would inspect that element, and not all elements do have an ID, but if they do, you can use it. I know, for example, in this theme, I would have to say, this form element has an ID. I'm gonna click on it and show you over here in the code. I have a form element which has an ID of product, form, and then some random number. I'll copy this ID, head back to my backend and paste the ID in there. It tells me the ID selector has been updated. Check my product page. I again do a empty cache and hard refresh by holding down the Control key while I hit the refresh button. It has not updated yet. I'll do it again. Still not. Let me do it again. Now, after the third refresh, it has finally inserted my PDF list underneath my form. This was the second option to place the PDF list. The third option is down here. And this is something that you might be familiar with, where you would just copy some code and paste it into your actually theme file. We can copy our code that we would need and head over to our online store theme and click actions and go to edit code. Now, depending on your theme, you need to find out and you need to know which file is your actual product template. In my case, I know it's this product template.liquid right here. And again, I'm gonna try to look for, this time, not my description, but let's say this little element right here. I want to have my list now show up underneath the social sharing class. Doesn't have to be a class. I'm just using this as a pointer right now. As I go back into the code, click Command F for find and paste in my social sharing option, which brings me right down here to the code where my social sharing element is placed. I'm just going to tap a new line and paste my, not this code, paste my code from my app in here. and save it. Head back to my storefront, and now I should see that my list is going to move underneath the social sharing element. So basically it should show up right underneath here. I'm going to do a refresh, and that's where the list shows up now, right underneath my social sharing element. So you have those three options to place your PDF list anywhere on your product page. If we have multiple PDFs associated to the same product, this list will grow bigger and become scrollable. I will demonstrate real quick what I mean by that. I'm going to upload another file. This time just a sample file. Continue. Sample, description, sample, add. It has been uploaded successfully. I head over to my PDFs. I have 2 now, and I'm going to attach this one to the same product. Small and medium, add. Head back to my storefront, do a empty cache and hard reload. Let me do that again. Sometimes it takes some time. Oh, I'm on the wrong product. I have attached it actually to Classic Varsity. And here are my 2 PDFs that I have attached. Medium has only 1 attached, and large as well, only 1, but the other one. As this list would grow, like I said, this box becomes scrollable, and you can display all your PDFs to any product that you would like. So I hope this video has helped you to understand where and how to place your PDFs in your Shopify store. If you have any recommendation, ideas, bugs, or need more help integrating your app and your PDFs into your storefront, do not hesitate to contact us and send us an email at team@pdfuploader.app. Again, that's team@pdfuploader.app. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.